All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
15. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. I don't think you got it, son. 58, right over there. Right over there. 58, right there. You don't want to let him pick up the ball.
And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, check. Watch twist.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it second and 12. Here's Brissett. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here we go. Orbit. Yeah, I got you.
third and short to give to the tight end. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. This a give to Mack running to the right. Room here to run. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Crunch.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Fight on these two.
58's the mic.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. It's Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And I'll tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mahomes firing complete. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Nice, sweetheart.
Mahomes to throw once more. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Bring it.
And again, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Mahomes steps away to his left. Completes it to Hardman. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.33 40, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position.
Mine's 49. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a first and 10.
Let's go, D. 43. 58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense at Summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 30 on second down, Brissett. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Check 43.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Brissett, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's going to go down again. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a... Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Attack!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And
this is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Okafor able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to air one out. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check. Switch. Hey, 43. Slam.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield.
And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Check curls, check curls.
49. Move. 49's the mic.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
49's the mic. Watch 49. Double dog. That's the way. Mike's 49.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
58, right there. I got wide. Hey, alert 3.
Hey, yo, go gun.
Check 26. Recon, 132 fighting.
Hey, Sunday on Sunday.
58.
Mahomes now on first down. His first running back, McCoy. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
He's coming. We got double up.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Target.
Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game, a lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Mike 5'9",
Brissett now. And the catch made by Hilton. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
I'm here all day.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's head here. And we got Mike, number 53. Match box.
Play action now. Brissett sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
58 to Mike, 58.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Mahomes finding him. For a big play, 52 yards.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
There you go. Tight dog, tight dog.
Here's McCoy. And an alley to run. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Bring it up at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Darren Lee charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
3 down. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, check. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, I need one over here. Let it go.
Throwing. Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An explosive 38-yard pickup. From the gun, here's Brissett. Complete to Hilton. 19 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hatchet. 56 to Mike.
A first down throw for Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. It's caught by Funchess. 22 yards there, a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch a slant. 56. Mike, 50. Right there, 56. What we got? Check three.
Brissett again. And this is incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. But it'll be second and goal.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Check nickel. Buzz. Be ready.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, passed Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
It's our time.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now. It's McCoy, and he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
58.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Being chased out left. And an alley to run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Motion.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the toss, this is Blunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Let's go, Ollie. You can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mahomes rolling to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in. Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a toss play. This is Mack. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, rip lift.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. We got to get the ball. Exit. The ball right here. Let's go.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Flush to his right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
50.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Cut.
Yellow.
Slam.
On first down, it's McCoy. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He finds McCoy. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Colts take over first and
We play to win.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 18-yard line.
Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We own them.
He's back to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And the Colts.
Brissett now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Brissett looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
56, check 56. I got you.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
That's track. Watch twist. Check 3, check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
This is Hines. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Brissett, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Vinatieri now for the point after. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game, 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go. Back's mine. 58.
Yellow.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Yellow. Here it comes.
Switch.
Back to throw. Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10. There are no flags. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
And an amazing return wins it in OT. Partner, great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one,